Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel, and welcome to the last episode of Are You Afraid of the Dark, Season 1. Last week was the tale of the prom queen. That episode was okay, it wasn't my favourite by a long shot. I felt like I said last time, it was really slow in parts, but overall, it was quite a nice story. The ending was good, the twist was good. It just had a few pacing issues for me overall, but it was okay. For a Kristen episode, kind of expected it not to be so great, because the first one wasn't that good. But hey, it was alright. This episode is the tale of the Pinball Wizard. I kind of remember the main storyline of the episode about a boy that goes to like a shopping mall. There's like a pinball game, and does he get sucked into it or something like that? I remember it being a weird episode. Can't fully remember all the details about it, so I'm excited to watch it. In terms of who's going to tell this story, I'm between two. I'm between it ending with the leader, so Gary, telling the final episode. And he also likes his magic-y ones, so wizards and stuff. But I also think it might be Frank, because he told the very first one, and maybe it ends with him as well. I'm leaning more towards Gary, but we'll see when we get into it. Just before I start the reaction, I want to say that the next episode in this series is going to be my kind of review ranking of Season 1, where I'm going to rank all my episodes from my least favourite to my favourite, and kind of look at who's told what story, and who my favourite Midnight Society member is and least favourite, moving into kind of Season 2. So yeah, please, if you are going to watch that video and you're enjoying the series, please make your own little list of your favourite and your least favourite. Maybe list them all if you want, either in this video or wait till the next one, which will be next week, and put your ranking on that. Because I'm intrigued to see other people's opinions. Like, I know on Facebook, I've mentioned it a couple of times when people have done their favourite episodes. Some people put all three of their favourite episodes of the entire show in Season 1, which I find really odd, because I know there's some amazing episodes coming up. Like, there's been some really good ones in Season 1 so far. I don't know about this one yet. But it doesn't mean there's going to be nothing better after this. That would scare me. But yeah, so let me know what your opinion is either in this one or the next video. And let's jump into the reaction of the tale of the Pinball Wizard.
Come on. I've almost got the key. I just need a few more points. And
He looks psychotic playing that game.
What's this button do?
Eric!
Resets the game. Oops. Sorry.
Strange buttons to have on the front of a console, just FYI, but it's more proof that Eric's a prat.
No, but I mean, it's not even like it matters if you win or lose.
All I wanted to do was get the key.
Don't say that to a game I like myself.
Oh, enough! Who's going tonight?
I am.
Hey!
Let's fight over this later.
So we are ending with the leader. That kind of makes sense for Season 1.
Kristen's right.
You know, on the old games we used to delete your save
Imagine
files.
if you hadn't beat the game.
Is there anything more heartbreaking as a gamer?
And there were no resets, no replays, and no second chances. I call this story
The Tale of the Pinball Wizard. So interesting, that must mean that Kiki only got one story. Frank, who's the brand new member, only got one story.
Ross Campbell
think
was
that
the
was
kind
it.
of kid who was on his own a lot, so he knew how to take care of himself. If there was something he wanted, he'd do everything he could to get it.
I hate people that do
Ross
that
did
in
just fine for himself,
public, like,
but on this
look for change
particular
and stuff.
afternoon,
Give it to me. It's mine.
No way.
Yeah, but I saw it first.
I don't think I've ever seen a homeless person run into, wow, massive super soaker, run into a department store to steal money from a fountain? Olsen's.
Hey, Mr. Olson, I want the job.
Yeah, I'm not sure I want to hire any more kids.
You never have to fire me like you did Steven. Hey, new pinball game.
Hands off! Forget it!
Why?
Because it's a collector's item. It doesn't even work right.
But
I have to laugh when I watch these kind of shows. You know when they have like an item that they don't want people to mess with, but they always kind of keep it nearby, like rather than hide it, lock it away. I mean, sometimes they do it in some shows, but
I'm closing up.
why? It's only 3 o'clock.
I haven't had lunch yet. Come back in an hour.
what even is that
This is
shop?
perfect. Let me watch the store for you while you're out.
Forget it.
Oh, I thought I was going to say fuck you then. What is that shop? There's like
What if a new customer comes
pieces
by?
of art,
If I'm here, you
a
won't miss out
pinball
on
machine.
business.
Is it meant to be like an
You can
antique
trust
store?
me.
It was obvious the first thing he was going to do the second he was alone is either take money from the cash register or go and play the pinball machine.
3 levels. Gotta get up there.
I've never understood pinball machines. Maybe because I've not played them much, but I never understand the level system because the structure of the game always stays exactly the same. creep. So he's behind whatever crazy shit's about to happen.
Is Mr. Olson here?
No. Can I help you?
Look at him
I left
getting
my music box
nervous.
here. It's supposed to be ready today.
Yeah? I'm in charge.
Oh,
Sophie?
trying to impress the lady.
I'm Ross.
Are you sure it's ready?
Well,
It's a strange looking music box.
I'm sorry. I don't really work here.
Thanks, Ross.
She's gonna turn out to be like an evil witch or something. I don't trust nice people.
Third level. Got the crown. Got the
So far, this is important information. The game's about the princess and the witch and like an executioner. We're meant to believe you played it till the store shut. I don't think so.
Got an umbrella.
Umbrella. It's raining coins. What? Oh. You're gonna put lots of wet coins in your jeans? Ew. It's like weird super specs music. Oh my god. Are these meant to be mannequins or robots? I don't remember these from the pinball game.
Feel free to the water.
Hello.
Sophie?
Okay, so this is like he's part of the pinball game now. So he has to save the princess. It's so silly. Oh, I get it. So it's all kind of like substituted with real stuff. So the vault is a locker, the tiara is her headband. Right, okay. What was the point of the key? Just so we could open the lockers, but you never used it. Oh, okay. Yay, it's a tiara now. The coins and marbles. It's interesting, like, it's just interesting to watch, like, from a visual point of view. It's quite creative. And the music is very arcadey. Oh my god. Oh, she's the homeless woman. Right. She's just hissing at you like a cat. She's not actually doing anything. Oh. Well, they tried with that one, but it didn't work. Ooh. Hello. Oh, she's the witch. I thought she was like some sexy vixen with long fingernails. But no, it's the witch. But, executioner guy. Oh dear. If the person who played him acted right, he could be really creepy, but he looks a bit silly.
It's the witch.
Oh. Stop pissing like a cat. Come on, hit him. Hit him. Smack him on the head. No? Okay. I'm actually finding it interesting to be able to look at which of these brands and these shops I recognise,
We have to find
which
the
is still
tiara
existing
that we
nowadays.
found.
There's a couple that I've seen that look familiar.
The marbles! Use the marbles!
Trip her up. They've actually done some nice physical stuff in this episode. 'Cause I know a lot of the effects are quite crappy on the show, but some of the effects on this one are pretty good. He's going up to the next level. Woo!
I remember this. It's the pinball game.
Finally.
If I crown Sophie on the throne, I win.
Took you long enough, bloody hell. I'm sure it'll magically transform. See, even that effect was pretty cool, just the way it looked like it came into shot at an angle.
That's more like it.
Then they zoomed out and it was big again. That was cool. Where's he going? Oh my god. Takedown. Wasted. Oh, hello. You're new. Mr. Muscle. Yeah. Look at those thighs. Christ. He's never skipped leg day, has he? This episode is very weird. So does this mean he's back to like level 1 now? Is that how I interpreted it correctly?
Oh, I'm back at the beginning again.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna win this game.
I still don't fully understand the robot guys. They don't fit in with the theme of everything else. Oh, okay. Just makes them disappear. Sweet. Now shoot the king dude. Behind you.
For Sophie?
Behind you. Behind you.
It's real. And when it's real, you can make up your own rules.
Smart. Very Scream 3. Oh. Strange effect, but okay. Oh, she had such a pretty dress on. She's such a pretty girl. And they put her in that god-awful cloak thing. Oh. Yay. Has he won the game now? Is he back to normal?
I won!
He's still in the game.
You told me I could trust you, Ross.
So because he played with your game,
Enjoy your free games.
you trapped him in there forever.
Playing them forever.
That's so dark.
When Ross saw that ball,
Oh my
he knew
god.
that he would never get out.
That's dark.
Here you go, Dave.
Come on, Gary.
Still wanna
Come
give it a go?
through.
How about you got it, Gary?
Whoever's got the
Just a
game,
game.
just make sure the game doesn't get you.
Oh.
Night, guys.
Even Bayan looked scared.
Till next time.
Okay, so it does feel like that was planned to be the final episode. Just the way he kind of signed off. Okay, guys, that was the tale of the Pinball Wizard. The last episode, season 1 of Tales from the Crypt. No, Are You Afraid of the Dark? That was actually really funny. It's such a good episode. It's one that I kind of remembered that I enjoyed from when it was on years ago and when I used to watch it as a kid, because it was repeated quite a lot. I think it kind of definitely hits its target audience with kids who like to play video games and the fun of that, and arcades, shopping malls, all that kind of stuff. I think definitely is what the show is targeted at when it was broadcast. And so I used to love it because I've always been into games. I like arcade machines. Never been a big fan of the pinballs particularly, because I just find them kind of boring. But I just think they knew what they were doing when they wrote this episode. They knew who would watch the show. And it worked really well for that. It was fun. It had like witches and knights and executioners and robots. And it's just a cool, fun concept that is really weird. Like, to me, I don't really get how the robots fit in with the rest of the story. Because when it's like medieval knights and a princess and a king, that's all cool. So where the Men in Black looking robots come into it, I'm not too sure. Because I don't think... I'd have to go back and look at it. But I don't remember them being on the arcade game. So it had like a picture of like the witch and the knights and stuff at the top. I don't remember there being the Men in Black dudes. But it was a really fun atmosphere. It felt like a fun episode with a really dark ending. Like, the fact that just because he played that game and the guy told him not to, the guy is now trapped him in the pinball machine forever to play games with. And presumably, was it Stephen? I think you said there was a guy called Stephen that worked there before who now doesn't work there anymore. And the shop dude kind of gave him a look. Did this happen to Stephen? Did he disappear into a pinball machine? Maybe he has different pinball machines that he does it at, different arcade games. But it seems like a really twisted ending that just because he didn't take you... Because you put this young kid in charge of a shop where there's a game that you told him not to play, so obviously he's going to play it. Just because he didn't do what you told him to, you're now trapped him in a game forever. That is twisted. And he's going to get crushed by one of those balls. Because that's the bit that I remember most from this episode. Like when I saw the Tale of the Pinball Wizard title, the image that sticks in my mind is always the ball bearing thing coming over the top of the escalator. So I thought that happened early on in the episode, or at least halfway through. Not that that was the cliffhanger. So then my question then becomes, did Sophie ever exist? Was she just part of the lore to get him into the game? But I feel like she did exist. Just maybe her counterpart in the game just looks like her, and that's just a coincidence we have to accept. I'm not 100% sure. But I think it was right that Gary ended the series. Has that been messed up the whole time? Just sorted my top out because I didn't realise it was messed up the whole time. I think it was right that Gary ended the series because he's the leader of the Midnight Society, and whilst he didn't tell the first episode was a good entrance because it had the new member coming in, which is Frank. Shame we never saw any more stories from him, but I'm sure we will in series 2 because I know he's in that as well. But I think it was right that Gary ended it off. It was a nice little sign off at the end where he looked at the camera and was like, see you next time. What I do know moving into series 2 is Eric's not in it. I'm going to see if I can find out why. Maybe the kid just didn't want to act in it anymore. But I'm not sure whether they replace him with a new cast member or whether they just go down to 6. Which would kind of be making more sense because at least then everyone should have 2 episodes and someone will have 3. I mean, unless they do a Betty Ann treatment and give her more than everyone else again. But I feel like 6 could work. But I do know over the course of the show, new members come in and out. So we'll have to see what happens at the start of the next series. Because I don't remember kind of who the cast are, like when they come and go, when they leave and come into it. But yeah, that was the final episode of season 1. Really fun episode. Really fun atmosphere all the way throughout. A little odd. Kind of very stereotypical zaniness of Are You Afraid of the Dark and some of its best episodes. And some coming up in season 2 and onwards that I know coming up. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Really good episode. But you'll have to tune in next week to find out where it falls in my ranking. But yeah, please tune in next week to see my ranking of every episode of season 1 of Are You Afraid of the Dark? And I'm interested to see what yours is too. As always, guys, my name is Scott. I hope you guys are well and taking care of yourselves. Subscribe if you enjoyed this reaction. There's some videos to my right that you might be interested in taking a look at if you like my stuff. Thank you for watching, guys. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you all in the next episode.